സെക്കൻഡ് ചാപ്റ്ററിലെ ലാസ്റ്റ് ആക്ടിവിറ്റി ഇട്ടിട്ടില്ലായിരുന്നു. Medieval education. The major subjects taught in the medieval schools: grammar, Latin, astrology, literature, philosophy, and mathematics. The main subjects taught in universities: philosophy, literature, medicine, languages, geometry, law. The main subjects offered in Gurukula system in India: grammar, literature, philosophy, astrology. Progress in the field of trade and culture in the medieval world led to the beginning of the modern age. Do you agree with this statement? Substantiate your arguments. Silk Route and Spice Route were two important trade routes connecting the East and the West in medieval period. Through these trade routes, art, literature, music, science, etc. conveyed and spread in between East and West. Thus, progress in the field of trade and culture in medieval period led to the beginning of modern age. Chapter 3: Indian Constitution, Rights and Duties. Activity. Fundamental rights are those rights which cannot be denied to a person at any cost. Let's write down the fundamental rights ensured by the Indian Constitution. Right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, right to constitutional remedies. Are the important ideas of each fundamental rights. Right to equality. Abolition of untouchability. In 1955, a law passed for the protection of citizenship to all. In 1961, Dowry Prohibition Act passed by the Parliament. B. Right to freedom. Right to life and personal liberty, right of speech and expression, right to travel anywhere in India, right to form associations. C. Right against exploitation. Abolition of child labor, prohibition of forced labor and trafficking human beings, exploitation similar to slavery. D. Right to freedom of religion. Right to profess, participate and propagate any religion. Right to establish institutions for religious and charitable purpose. Right against taxation for promoting a particular religion. E. Cultural and educational rights. Protection of the language, script and culture of minorities. Right to establish educational institutions of minorities. F. Right to constitutional remedies. Remedial measures if the fundamental rights are violated. If fundamental rights are violated, an individual can approach either the Supreme Court or High Court for enforcing them. Certain duties are to be performed by the citizens towards the state to protect the unity and integrity of the nation. These duties are known as fundamental duties. Which part of the Indian Constitution mention the fundamental duties? Fundamental duties are included in Part 4A of the Constitution. What are the fundamental duties included in Indian Constitution? Stand up while the national anthem is being sung. To abide by the Constitution and respect its ideal and institutions, the national flag and the national anthem. To cherish and follow the noble ideas which inspired our national struggle for freedom. To uphold and protect the sovereignties, unity and integrity of India. To defend the country and render national service when called upon to do so. To value and preserve the rich heritage of our composite culture. To safeguard public property and to observe violence.